And I noticed sometimes, like if you're on, social structure facing things, you will edit and censor yourself. Yes. And then even ask, can I be all of me? You asked me that last time. I was like, I would not expect you to be anything but all of you here in this space with us. Talk about the power of expression when we are speaking something, when we are praying. I call it praying because that's prayer.
That's prayer. It's absolutely prayer. It's so wonderful, I have to tell you, that you asked this question, because what I realized, Karen, and what is true is that if you rode a slave ship, which we all did, and came to a place called the diaspora, there is one inheritance all of us get. We all get it by virtue of having ridden that slave ship and survived those waters and gotten here. And that is, if you are Black and in the diaspora, you are by definition a conjurer. By definition, you are a conjurer. In fact, the only way to have lived, the only way to be alive is to be a conjurer. And what a conjurer is doing, a conjurer is always calling forth something that does not yet exist and does not yet make sense, to put to align next to that which seemingly is the only reality that I've been given, but it's the reality that promises my death. The conjurer says, I'm going to live, although I have been commissioned to die. The conjurer is one who says, I'm going to synthesize and transmute this reality into one that favors me, right? And so when we as Black people clap, right, what we're doing is saying, literally, alignment come forth. Universe, shift until I too am included in tomorrow. Listen, adjust until I too am included, where others absolutely plan my complete erasure. And so the clapping, right, the speaking, right, is literally creating a microcosm, right, of energy. And in the microcosm of energy, Black people understand, to do ritual, you have to have dance, you have to have movement, you have to have spoken word, right? You've got to have that all in the same space. And in this case, it's all in the same body. And so when you conjure, you're literally shifting the world differently than it has been planned against you.
Which is why the singing in the fields that people misinterpreted as people being joyful was a conjuring, right? It was a conjuring that we sing, we hum when we hear a thing, and
absolutely. Paul Laurence Dunbar said, "It is not a carol of joy or glee, but a prayer that we send from our heart's deep core, but a plea that upward to heaven we fling. I know why the caged bird sings." Right? That's exactly right. See, and what most people don't realize is we were singing in the fields because we were also singing to the fields. We were singing to the corn. We were singing to the cotton. Oh, God, Lord have mercy. Because we understood that all life contributes to our life. Right? And so the clapping, right? Have you ever seen those people who, when they laugh, they go, ha, 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 right? Even in their jesting, they're conjuring. See, most people can't even explain to you the conjure, but they get the inheritance of the conjuring.
Oh, all right. I recognize that we've inherited some things that we don't even know what to do with.
That's right. That's right.
So we misuse them.
That's right.
And we still conjure, because you can conjure good or bad. It's an agnostic spirit realm. I think the spirit realm is agnostic. You call forth whatever it is that you want, and it's no judgment.
That's right. Conjuring doesn't evaluate the substance. It simply delivers the calling.
which is why we have to be intentional about every single word that comes out of our mouths and all that comes to be mindless in how we speak about things, which is why, even Carol and others who felt, seen when you said the thing about boys and girls and, girlfriends, little boys, like even that implants in the spirit realm of that child's psyche and beyond things that you can't even imagine. But we can't be mindless with how we talk with one another, right? There has to be intention with everything that we, even the jokes.
Absolutely. In fact, particularly the jokes. Particularly the jokes, which is why somebody says, "Bro, that man was running like a runaway slave." I'm not laughing at that. I'm not laughing at that. Running to freedom can never be a joke to me.
Come on.
We cannot gesture about that. Baby, that Negro fell out like Harriet Tubman. You don't mean that. Oh, you don't mean that. Not talking to me, you don't. You don't mean that. But this is why,
lighten up, Dr. Black. Someone said, lighten up, Dr. Black. We're just joking. It's just a joke. Can you just take a joke?
Absolutely not. No, I can't. No, I can't. Absolutely, I can't. Not when my ancestors' blood is the thing you're joking about.